Gaffer, 3 points, 3 wins on the bounce. How do you sum up the match?
Listen, it was an eventful game, I have to be honest with you. I thought up until we got the third goal, I thought that Annan gave as good as us. I thought it was, if you were a neutral, you must have really enjoyed watching that game. It was like a boxing match. We'd throw a punch, they'd throw a punch. And we've got Darren to be grateful, obviously, for the penalty save, but even I think one before the penalty save and one after it, he's made 2 brilliant saves. So up to about 60 minutes, I didn't think there was anything between the teams, and I thought both teams played the right way, trying to score goals, a lot of ball in the deck, a lot of chances created. I thought once we got the third goal, that sort of 15-20 minutes after it, we really got on top. We forced a lot of mistakes for Annan, and we've scored 5 goals, which is tremendous. You know, at any level in Scottish football, to score 5 goals is tremendous. So, listen, really good victory. We asked the players, the previous 2 league games, we asked to try and get 4 points for the 2 home games, and we've managed to get 6. We've got ourselves into the top 4 in the league. So we're not going to get carried away. And I think it's important that the players get a bit of praise, but I think it's also important that I say that game could have went either way up until about 60-65 minutes.
Yeah. In terms of incomings and outgoings, can you give us an update on Adam and Steele coming?
Yeah, listen, they both happened yesterday. We never had any inkling really of them happening. I was in the house just on a quiet afternoon really, and we got a phone call from Stirling to ask if they could speak to Adam about a permanent deal. I thought it was only right to let Adam speak to them because he's out of contract at the end of the season. He's not been in our starting team for as many of the games as he would have liked this season. But in no way was I trying to force him out the door. And when I spoke to Adam, it was the first thing I says, look, Stirling, I've made an approach. If you want to stay, I'd be happy to keep you at the club. He thought that he would speak to them and just see what they say. And over the course of the next 5 or 6 hours, for speaking to the manager at Alan Maybury, I think making a few inquiries himself, he came back about 9 o'clock, 9:30 last night, and said that he wanted to move on. He just thought he was at the right age where he wanted to go and have play regular and try and get more starts than he was currently getting. And I fully understood that. You know, he's at an age where he wants to be playing every week. And listen, I'm gutted because Adam was one of the 6 players that I inherited. Great lad, great trainer. But I totally understand his reasons for moving on. Listen, he leaves. You know, he'll always be welcome back at Stenhousemuir for what he done with the club last season, winning the league. And he'll be a miss about the place. I'm not going to lie. He's a big character. When we does the music in the change rooms, when the lads have a day out, Adam's one of the lads in life characters, and he'll be missed. But that's football, you know, and I don't mean that in a horrible way. It just happens, you know. He won the league last season, and 2 or 3 months into this season, he's moved on, and everybody at Stenhousemuir wishes him well. I then got a text about 6 o'clock last night from Stuart McGregor, who looks after Ross Taylor and Mikey Anderson, saying we're still looking for central defender, and we were, because, you know, and I might get on to Nicky in a wee bit, but just now we're just running with Kyle and Gregor due to Nicky's injury, and I asked him who it was, and he says it was Aaron. That for whatever reason, Arbroath were trying to move 1 or 2 people out to free up some money to bring in their own players, and they were going to make them available for loan. I was immediately interested because I inquired about Aaron in the summer. I remember him well for his days at East Fife, and he got his move to Arbroath under Dick. And quite quickly there was a deal agreed to get him into place to the end of the season. And that will provide important central defensive, I don't want to say cover, I'm going to say competition, because he's not in here just to be a sub, he's in here to push Gregor and Kyle and try and get in the team. And then when Nicky gets back, we'll have real competition in the central defensive area. But Kyle Banner can also play as a central midfielder. Aaron can also play as a right back, so there's a bit of versatility there within it. But I think at the age he is and the experience that he's got, I think he'll add something to the group. And you know, that takes away the worry that I had only having 2 fit central defenders whilst Nicky's injured.
So in terms of injury updates with Nicky and Corey, how's their progress going along?
Yeah, listen, we're not going to push Nicky too hard. You know, he's had the ongoing hamstring issues for 3 or 4 seasons now. But the club, you know, fair play to the club, we got him scanned properly, MRI scanning his back, his hamstrings. We're now working towards a plan. We haven't put any date on it. He'll be back when he's back. I'm reluctant to push him too far, maybe in previous, and I include myself in this, the minute that he's felt okay, we've sort of brought him back and maybe rushed him back, and that's maybe not helped his overall rehabilitation. So I think we just take our time with Nicky now. We've got enough cover there now between the three lads to let him come back when he feels 100%. And maybe previous managers, and as I say, I include myself, brought him back because he's that important to the team. We maybe brought him back too early. So we can take our time with Nicky and try our best to make sure that when he comes back, we've reduced the risk of him re-injuring it. So that's what we'll do. And Corey's probably the best case scenario. He doesn't require an operation. His shoulder popped out of place. But seen him today, he's moving great for a week. Most of the pain's gone. Shoulder injuries can vary in time from 4 to 6 weeks to maybe 12 weeks operations. We think this will be the lower end scale that he'll be out. But we also realise the quicker we bring him back, the more likely it is to re-happen. So we'll just sort of take him on a week by week basis and see how he's progressing. But I wouldn't expect Corey to be back within the next 2 to 3 weeks, albeit we think it's probably the best case scenario that could have been. So listen, I'm quite happy with the squad we've got. We'll always keep looking, you know, the loan window's still open to us. And as again, I'll just finish again that we welcome Aaron to the club, and for everybody at Stenhousemuir, we wish Adam all the very best at Stirling.
Okay, thanks so much, Gaffer.
Cheers.
Cheers.